Welcome to FarmGear Innovators, the channel where horsepower meets harvest and technology turns dirt into gold. Every week, we dive deep into the real heart of American agriculture, showcasing the next-gen machines, jaw-dropping harvesting methods, and cutting-edge tech that's transforming fields into futuristic food factories. From high-speed alfalfa harvesters to jaw-dropping corn silage systems, we're talking big wheels, big engines, and even bigger innovation. Ever wondered how a single machine can cut, collect, and process an entire field before lunch? Or how smart farming equipment preserves feed with military precision? Stick around, we've got the answers, the visuals, and the adrenaline-pumping action that'll blow your boots off. Whether you're a lifelong farmer, a gearhead, or just fascinated by the unsung machines that feed the world, this is the place for you. So smash that subscribe button, buckle up, and let's roll through the grit, grease, and glory of modern farming. This is FarmGear Innovators, where the future of agriculture isn't coming, it's already here. Let's get into it. Welcome to the world of high-tech harvesting, where efficiency meets nutrition, and farm innovation takes center stage. Today on FarmGear Innovators, we're diving into one of the unsung heroes of American agriculture, alfalfa, also known as lucerne, the undisputed queen of grasses. What makes alfalfa so valuable? Alfalfa isn't just another green crop, it's a nutrient-packed powerhouse, rich in protein, fiber, and essential minerals. That's why it plays a vital role in livestock farming, especially in feeding dairy and beef cattle. Thanks to its ability to grow fast, adapt to diverse soil conditions, and extract moisture and nutrients efficiently, alfalfa thrives across roughly 8.2 million acres of farmland in the U.S. It's low maintenance but high return, a perfect fit for large-scale operations looking to optimize feed production. Harvest timing, hitting the nutritional sweet spot. Timing is everything in alfalfa farming. To maximize its protein content and preserve its tender structure, farmers aim to harvest 3 to 4 times a year, right at the pre-flowering stage. Why pre-flower? Because that's when the crude protein levels peak and the digestibility of the plant is at its finest. Wait too long, and the plant gets woody, cut too early, and you miss out on volume. It's a delicate balance, and this is where modern machinery truly shines. The machinery that makes it happen. Modern alfalfa harvesting isn't just efficient, it's surgical. Advanced forage harvesters like the John Deere 9600, Class Jaguar 970, and Krone Big X are designed to cut, collect, and process massive amounts of green matter with laser precision. Here's how it works. Swathers come in first, cutting the alfalfa at just the right height and laying it in even windrows to start the drying process. Next, self-propelled forage harvesters equipped with rotary heads or disc mowers cut through the rows like butter. These machines include high-capacity suction systems and integrated conveyor blowers that lift and collect the freshly cut alfalfa, transferring it directly into onboard or trailing storage wagons. No raking, no hand stacking, no delay. This is precision farming at full throttle. The silage process, long-term power storage. Once harvested, fresh alfalfa doesn't always go straight to the trough. In fact, a large portion is preserved using silage, one of the most advanced and effective livestock feed storage methods available today. Here's how the silage making process works. First, the freshly chopped alfalfa is transported to the silage yard, typically on-site at a dairy or cattle farm. It's laid out in large, evenly spaced windrows or piles on concrete floors with proper drainage. Heavy-duty tractors or self-propelled compactors like the JCB 430 FEFs or Fendt 900 Vario move in next, compressing each layer to eliminate oxygen, a critical step to prevent spoilage. Then comes the seal. The compressed pile is covered with a durable plastic tarp and weighed down with tires, sandbags, or concrete blocks. This creates an anaerobic, oxygen-free environment, triggering the natural fermentation process, which allows lactic acid bacteria to preserve the feed. In 4 to 6 weeks, you've got a pile of nutrient-rich, fermented alfalfa silage ready for months of use, even through droughts or feed shortages. Ready to feed precision mixing systems. When it's time to feed, silage isn't served solo. Farms use automated mixing and ration systems, such as the Kuhn night reel mix or Trioliate vertical mixers, to combine silage with grains, minerals, and vitamin supplements. The result, a total mixed ration, TMR, a scientifically balanced diet that ensures every cow gets optimal nutrition in every bite. This method boosts milk production, improves animal health, and streamlines daily farm routines. Feeding livestock isn't guesswork anymore. It's data-driven, mechanized, and ultra-efficient. Why this matters? Alfalfa silage is more than just feed. It's food security in a bunker, with climate unpredictability and market pressures. Farms can't afford to rely on daily harvests. Silage gives them a stable, high-quality reserve that holds its nutritional punch for months. And let's not forget, silage is also cost-effective. It reduces waste, increases yield from every acre, and lowers the need for synthetic feed substitutes. That's a win for the farmer, the livestock, and ultimately, the consumer. From harvest timing to compacting machines, from nutrient retention to automated feeding systems, alfalfa harvesting and silage production is a shining example of how modern farming technology is revolutionizing American agriculture. And here at FarmGear Innovators, we bring that revolution straight to your screen. So if you're fired up about farming, hungry for horsepower, or just love watching big machines doing big things, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and let us know in the comments. What's your favorite piece of farm tech? Until next time, keep your rows straight and your engines roaring. Corn silage, the gold standard of high-energy livestock feed. Welcome back to FarmGear Innovators, where we break down the machines, methods, and science behind the food that fuels America. Today, we're diving into one of the most powerful players in livestock nutrition, corn silage, the energy-packed feed that keeps dairy and beef cattle in peak condition all year long. Why corn silage, the king of consistency? Corn silage is the go-to feed for farmers aiming to deliver high energy, high digestibility nutrition to their herds, packed with starch, digestible fiber, and essential nutrients. It's ideal for maximizing milk yield, growth rate, and overall animal health. Unlike dry corn grain or hay, silage uses the entire corn plant stalks, leaves, cobs, and all giving you maximum yield per acre and a richer nutritional profile. Timing is everything, the dough stage. Now, here's the secret sauce: harvest timing. Farmers target the dough stage when kernels are partially developed and moisture content hovers around 65%. Why 65%? Because that sweet spot ensures proper compaction during storage, sufficient sugars to fuel fermentation, ideal texture for chopping and mixing. Harvest too early, you lose energy. Too late, you lose moisture and fermentation efficiency. Precision is key, and that's where the tech comes in. Chopping it down the machine lineup. Corn silage harvesting is a high-powered operation, and it takes a fleet of specialized gear to get the job done right fast. clean, and with zero waste. Now here's the flow. Self-propelled forage harvesters, think Class Jaguar, John Deere 9000 series, or New Holland FR move in and slice through fields like a hot knife through butter. These machines chop entire corn plants into uniform 1-2-inch to 3-4-inch pieces, optimizing particle size for both packing and cattle digestion. Chopped feed is shot through high-speed spouts into trailing forage wagons or silage trucks, which cycle continuously between the field and the storage site. This is machine-to-mouth efficiency, and it's built for scale. Piling and packing, sealing, and the value. At the storage site, usually a bunker silo or silage pit trucks dump the chopped material into long, layered stacks. Enter the compactors, heavy-duty tractors like the Case IH Puma or Fendt 1000 series with front-end weights and reinforced tires. These beasts climb and compress the pile, eliminating air pockets that could cause spoilage. Once the pile reaches optimal height, it's sealed with UV-resistant plastic sheets, weighed down with tires, sandbags, or gravel tubes, left to ferment for 4 to 6 weeks. Inside, lactic acid bacteria take over, converting sugars into preservation acids and locking in nutrients for the long haul. From pit to plate feeding efficiency. After fermentation, corn silage becomes a stable, palatable, high-energy feed that's ready for mixing. Farms use automated feed mixers to blend it with grains, proteins, and supplements to create a total mixed ration, TMR. This ensures cattle get the right balance of energy, protein, and fiber in every single bite, supporting milk production, muscle development, and immune health. Corn silage isn't just feed, it's feed insurance. It helps farmers stabilize supply, reduce costs, and maintain herd performance no matter what the weather or market throws their way. And the best part, thanks to modern tech, every step is faster, cleaner, and more efficient than ever. Stick with us here at FarmGear Innovators, where we turn everyday farming into epic machinery stories. Smash that like, hit subscribe, and comment below. What's your must-have machine for silage season? Chayote farming and processing, from vine to table. Welcome back to FarmGear Innovators, the ultimate backstage pass to the farms, machines, and techniques that power our plates. Today, we're taking a deep dive into one of the most underrated crops in tropical agriculture, chayote, also known as coyote or mirliton. Whether you're into homesteading, market gardening, or just fascinated by how nature meets innovation, this is one crop you need to know about. Let's get into it. What is chayote? Chayote is a climbing vine that thrives in tropical and subtropical climates, making it a staple across Latin America, Asia, and parts of the southern United States. But this isn't just about the fruit. Chayote is a triple threat crop. The leaves, shoots, and roots are all edible and packed with nutrients. That's right from the tip of the vine to the end of the root. Nearly every part of this plant serves a purpose in the kitchen and beyond. Propagation, nature's shortcut. One of the biggest advantages of chayote farming is how easy it is to grow. You don't need complex nursery setups or expensive seed trays. Farmers often plant entire fruits, allowing the seed inside to sprout naturally. Each sprouting fruit contains everything the new plant needs to take off, making propagation cost-effective and low maintenance, especially for small and medium-scale growers. Once in the soil, it doesn't take long before the vines start shooting upward, and that's where the infrastructure comes in. Trellis time, grow up, not out. Because chayote is a vigorous climbing vine, it needs a solid structure to support its growth. in commercial operations. You'll find long wooden or steel trellises built high enough to keep the vines and fruit off the ground. Why does this matter? Keeps the fruit clean and disease-free, reduces exposure to soil-borne pests and fungi, improves air circulation, reducing humidity around the plant, makes harvesting faster and easier. It's a simple solution with major benefits, a perfect example of how smart planning equals better yield. Soil and water management. Chayote grows best in well-drained, loose soil with a neutral to slightly acidic pH. But here's the kicker: while the plant loves moisture, it hates soggy roots. Too much water. You're looking at root rot, fungal infections, and crop loss. Farmers use drip irrigation systems or carefully scheduled watering routines to keep the soil moist, but not waterlogged. And for pest control, many use organic treatments like neem oil or introduce beneficial insects to fight off aphids, mites, and other vine-loving pests. Combine that with crop rotation and regular pruning, and you've got yourself a healthy, thriving vine. Harvesting precision and timing. Unlike some crops that offer a single, massive harvest, chayote is harvested continuously throughout the season. Farmers hand-pick the fruits early in the morning or late afternoon. When temperatures are cooler and the vines are less stressed, the goal is to harvest when the fruit is still young, firm, and tender, usually 4 to 6 months after planting. The tools of the trade. Sharp pruning shears or hand knives. Protective gloves to avoid scratches from vine thorns. A trained eye to spot the perfect fruit, no guessing here. Gentle handling is key. The skin of chayote can bruise easily, so careful cutting and placement are essential to preserving quality from field to market. Post-harvest processing. Once harvested, the chayote is transported to cleaning and processing facilities where the real transformation begins. Step by step. Washing fruits are rinsed in large tanks or conveyor-based systems to remove soil, debris, and sap. Sorting based on size, firmness, and appearance. Misshapen or damaged fruits are removed. Packaging high-quality fruits are packed into protective foam sleeves, placed in ventilated boxes, and labeled for shipment. Facilities are held to strict food safety standards, ensuring the product meets the expectations of both domestic and international markets. Versatility and nutritional powerhouse. What makes chayote so popular isn't just how it grows, it's how it cooks and nourishes. The fruit has a mild, crisp texture with a slightly sweet, refreshing flavor, making it a star in salads, stir-fries, soups and stews, even pickled or steamed dishes. And nutritionally, chayote brings the goods. Rich in vitamin C, contains B vitamins, especially folate, high in fiber and antioxidants, low in calories, great for heart health and blood sugar balance. That's why demand is booming in restaurants, health food stores, and global markets. Chayote farming isn't just sustainable, it's smart agriculture. It grows fast, feeds people well, and makes the most out of minimal inputs, from vertical trellises to clean-cut processing lines. It's a shining example of how thoughtful farming meets practical nutrition. Here at FarmGear Innovators, we're always digging deeper into the crops that feed the world. So if you're into real farming, smart systems, and underrated agricultural heroes, hit that subscribe, drop a comment, and let us know. Have you ever cooked with chayote? What's your favorite recipe? And that's a wrap. Folks, from high-powered harvesters to smart silage systems and nutrient-packed crops like chayote, we've just scratched the surface of what modern farming can do here at FarmGear Innovators. We don't just show you machines, we show you the heartbeat of agriculture. Every bolt, every blade, every breakthrough, it's all about pushing the limits of what's possible in the field. Whether you're a farmer, a tech lover, or just someone who loves watching big machines chew through a challenge, this is the channel made just for you. So here's your next move. Smash that like button if you learned something new. Hit subscribe if you want to stay ahead of the curve. Drop a comment and tell us what machine or crop should we cover next. We're building a powerhouse community of agritech fans, field warriors, and gearheads, and guess what? You belong here. Thanks for riding with us today. Until next time, stay sharp, stay curious, and keep those gears grinding. This is FarmGear Innovators, where farming meets the future.